welcome to another tweakerman video. In this video we're going to be showing you how to make a set of these ultra high-end interconnects. These are an upgrade on our very first video that we did on high-end interconnects. Okay, now these are all the materials that we need and the tools we need to do this project today. These are all the tools over here today. We need a soldering iron, we need a heat gun for the heat shrink, a pair of scissors, a knife, some Allen keys, a marker pen, tape measure and a meter stick, and we use our trusty old tuner to plug the plugs in. On this side, the most important thing, two things I should say, is this is the double silk covered 10% silver cladded copper wire that we're using. It's a 0.4 mil. Now these are the next things that we need are the RCA plugs. These are tellurium copper and then they're silver plated. These are really good quality. They're like a imitation of a Eichmann bullet plug which we get off of eBay. As I say, all the stuff to do this project is all available on eBay, and we're also going to need some PTFE tape and some nylon braid and some heat shrink, and this is the most important bit. This is a paper piping cord, and the only way you can get this is from your upholstery suppliers. Right, okay, for this project what we do is we're going to use our piping cord to begin with. So we're going to take it and we want to measure out a metre. Right, so basically first of all we want to just chop the end off to get the odd bit off at the end. Right, okay, that's there. We're going to take it up to here. We're going to cut it there, which is a metre. Chop that off there. Obviously we're making two of these, so you'll need enough for two. Now we've cut that. Now what we're going to be doing is we want to mark every inch, okay, or every 25 mil. Right, so we're going to take our marker pen and we're going to start just giving it a little bit of a notch there. Right, now we're coming to the end of this. Now we'll just mark our last few. Right, that's it. Okay. Right. Now, as you see, we've marked every 25 mil or an inch. We're using the paper piping because it gives a very good base for this wire to sit upon. Right, now we've got our wire here. Now what we're going to be doing to make a metre set of interconnects, we need to measure this to about 130, right, or 1 metre 300. Okay, so we're going to go up to about 1 metre 300, which is there, and we're going to chop our wire there. And we need to do, well, we need to do 4 of these, but for now I'm just going to do 2 to show you how to make the first one. So measure it there, take it along. Okay, there. Right, okay, there's our 2 wires. Okay, so we need to just push that back a bit and make it straight. Right, now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be twisting these 2 wires together. So we want to start off by just twisting the end up, and then we're just going to start twisting the 2 wires together until we get to the end. If you look there, you can see the twist. Okay, we just go with it. Right, the best way to do this actually is to get someone else to hold the wire, so and then start just twisting it. So someone else has got the wire, and then we can just use your hands just to twist the wire together, because it's the quickest way of doing it. Right, we're coming to the end of our twist now. Okay, hold on to it, hold it tight. Right, okay, that's the sort of twist that you need to achieve. So now we need to make another two of the, well, not another one, so we've got to cut two more conductors to twist another load altogether. Right. Okay, we've got our both of our conductors twisted now. So basically one of them is going to be the signal flow and the other one is going to be the ground wire. One thing I failed to show you at the beginning is you'll need some silver solder as well for this project. Okay, with this this cable, what we're going to be doing is we're going to offer this conductor up to our piping, and we're going to wrap our PTFE tape like we usually do, but we're going to do it like our very first high-end interconnect. We're going to keep one conductor shorter and one longer than the other one, so we know what one is the signal flow and what one is the ground wire. So basically at first we're going to start doing that with our PTFE tape just to get the conductor fixed down so it doesn't move. Okay, once we've done that, we're going to then start twisting our conductor around the cable, and we're going to hit the marks every time, so there's 25mm or an inch between them, because then what we're going to be doing then is we're going to then twist our other conductor in between the first conductor. See, there we go, look, we're taking it around. I mean, if you can get it spot on, it's great. It's not that important, but we'll right, we've come to the end of the cable now, so what we're going to be doing is just tying this one off again with some PTFE tape just to secure it in place. Right, okay, there we go. We'll just chop that off there, and then we're going to chop this wire off about there. We'll probably have to trim it up again later on. Right, okay, now we've got our second conductor, which we're going to use as the ground wire. So we're going to make that a little bit shorter than the first one, so we know, so it indicates what's what. And we need to off it up and put it directly across the other side of the piping cord. Okay, so we're going to just do the same again with our PTFE tape. Get it right round the right way, just to hold it in place. Right, okay, and now what we're going to be doing now is we're going to then twist these double conductors, okay, in between the one that we've already, without the one that we've put on previously, and you don't want them to touch, so you need to twist it in between. Into the end of our second conductor, which we're going to use as the ground wire. So we're going to take it up there, we're going to trim it smaller again so we know what the ground wire is, and then we're going to secure it there with PTFE tape again. Now take that back there, start that again around there. Remember to try to hold it in place quite well. Start it off again, that's it. Right, okay, what we're going to be doing now is we're going to cover this cable now in 3 layers of PTFE tape. So we'll come back to you when we're at the end of the 3rd layer. Right, okay, we're coming to the end of our cable. Now, if you hold your PTFE tape reel in your hand, you can do it quite quickly. It's not as slow as you think it is. It's a bit laborious, but it is quite, you can do it quite quickly. So we're going to come to the end of this now. Okay, and we'll take it there and just finish it off like so. And we're going to go back on ourselves a little bit with it. Okay, and now we're going to chop it with our scissors and just roll it back, make sure it's all done. Right, okay, now you can see at the top we've got the shorter conductor and the longer conductor. The shorter conductor is going to be our ground wire, and the longer conductor is going to be our signal wire. As you can see on both ends of the cable that we've done that. Now this is our cable made up now in its this state, and what we're going to be doing now is we're going to take a bit of PTFE tape again and run it round the end of the two conductors, because we're going to be threading our nylon braid over the top of it, so we need to just put some PTFE tape around it so we don't get the two conductors twisted up in the nylon braid. And we'll take this off straight after. Right, okay, so that's that. Now this is our nylon braid now. What we're going to do is open the end up of it. This nylon braid is only about a 3mm braid, but we're putting it over it because it expands quite a bit, and we like that striking look of the black and the white together. There we go. Right, okay, so now we need to just push it on, just wide it back like that. And before we do finish that, we need to turn our soldering iron on, because we need to cut the nylon braid with the soldering iron after. Right, okay, so just keep on, push it through slowly. Okay, we've got it caught up a little bit there, so we need to come back a bit with that. Let's take it back a bit. Right, we've come to the end of the nylon braid, so just take our soldering iron and just cut it off, like so, all around. That's it, that's one. Up. Take our conductors up again, that's one. And that's the second one, the longer one. Okay. Right, okay, that's that now. Now what we need to do now is we need to take our braid and we need to cut it to length. Right, we've cut our back heat shrink 60mm long, 2 pieces. Right, okay. So now we need to plug our heat gun in. And what we need to do now is we need to push our heat shrink over our nylon braid in the cable. Okay. Something it's getting a bit caught up. Open the end up again, push it through, getting caught up on the nylon braid, there we go. So we take it there and we'll pull it back a bit. You can see you've got your the silk at the end all frayed, and we're going to chop that off afterwards. Right, okay, so that's that. So we're going to gently shrink that down onto. Remember, don't go too close to the nylon braid, keep it slightly back because you'll melt the braid. Okay, so that's one side. Now we're going to do the same with this side. That's it. Now I'll push that back again, up to there. Right, you've noticed we've not used any cotton wadding on this cable. It's because we've used our piping cord on the centre. The makeup of the cable is different. So, right now, here is our RCA plug. We're going to undo the plug and we're going to be put that there for a minute. And now we need our Allen keys, because we've got a little Allen key in there. We need to undo that and take that out. Get that to about there. I should about just do that by hand. Take that out. Don't lose this little bit. Right, push that down there. Okay. And there's the other one to that. You've got this little plastic bit inside, but we don't bother using that, so we'll put that to one side. You've got it on both of those. So we need to undo the other side of that one as well. Get that one out as well. Okay, that one's gone on the floor now, that little bit. Right. Right, okay, now we've stripped off the silk off of the conductors. Now you've got a little hole there in the ground, so we're going to push our ground wire through there and bend it over, and that's when we're going to stick it onto our old tuner. And now we're going to solder this, push that down like so. Okay, we've soldered that on. Right, okay, we've now soldered our ground wire. We'll pop that up to there. Now we're going to solder on our signal wire. We're going to chop it down slightly. Okay, we're going to push that into place. We need to just bend it slightly to get it in there. Needs a tiny little bit more off of there. Just a tad off of that. Push it into place there. So it doesn't want to go for some reason. Bend it over my finger. Right, okay, that's in. Nearly. Right, okay, so we're going to load our soldering iron up at the end with some solder. Okay, push that into place. Right, okay, we've got that there. There we go. Okay. Okay, now we've soldered our ground wire on and our centre conductor. Right, okay, now we're going to push our plug up. Okay, we're going to screw that in place. It's not going very straight. Need to get that straight. Is that straight? That's still not going straight. Okay, we've got it on straight now. Okay, so that's nice and tightened up. Now we're going to take our little Allen key screw, and these are very fiddly, these screws. Right, okay, what I'm going to do, stick it, bolt in there and get it in there. There we go, that's it. Right, it's just going to tighten that up. Not too much, because you don't want to dent the conductor in too much, just give it enough. I mean, once these set of interconnects are in place, they won't really move about. So, right, okay, that's that one. That's in nice and tight. Now we're going to do exactly the same to the other end. Get our back part of the plug, push it over there, and then we're going to get our another bit ready. We've got to take off the strip off all the nylon, the silk off of the conductors. Right, okay, we're going to poke our ground wire back through the little hole there again. And we're going to put it onto our tuner there. Plug it in there again. Watch yourself. Okay. Put the old level flat there. And then do the same thing with the solder. Hold on, make sure that's touching well. Okay. You can see it there. Okay. There we go. Right, okay, we've snipped that to length. Push that into there. Get that ready, down. There we go. We're going to hold it down now with our soldering iron again. And we're going to solder that in there. There we go. Right, okay, we've soldered our centre conductor and our ground wire again on this end. Now, to take the body up again, the back body of it, take it up there, screw it on. This is always a bit diddly, this bit. That's it. Let's go and find this time. There we go. And then we need to take our little Allen key bolt again, screw it onto, find the end of it, at the end, and there, that's the end. There we go, got that in there, twist it round to there, hold it in place, start it off. Oh, it's really fiddly, these bits. There we go, done it. Right, okay. Go on, remember, don't over tighten it too much because it's going to compress one of your conductors in, or the bunch of conductors. Okay, the reason why we've twisted 2 conductors together, and then we've wrapped them around the cable, is because we're doubling up the conductors. Right, okay, we've finished our first cable, our left hand channel. Now we're going to be making our right hand channel, and we'll be back to you soon. Okay, now we've made our second cable now, exactly the same way as the first cable, but instead we've used a red heat shrink on there, and obviously the plugs are red on the end, so you know that this is the right hand channel. We've the reason we twisted our 2 conductors together at the beginning is to eliminate any radio frequency information coming through the cable. I know some people on some comments have said that you can't make unshielded cables, but you can. These are sort of semi-shielded, these cables today. Okay, these are ultra high-end set of interconnects. These are an upgrade from our high-end interconnects that we made in our first video. These are the finest interconnects that you can make. You probably can't even buy a better set of interconnects than these, so you need to make a set to try them out. Okay, thank you for watching another tweakerman video. Don't forget to check out all my other videos. I've got some really good videos on all sorts of cabling.